Hey, greetings. Michael Didier back at ya. We are continuing our journey through the commandments of Yehovah. Last week we talked about the first commandment. I was going to talk about the second commandment this week, but we are not ready. There are too many false images that we have learned that will prevent us from even understanding what I have to say at this moment. We're going to do it last. After we finish the 10th commandment, we're going to go back to the second commandment. The second commandment was removed from the 10 commandments by the Catholic Church. The fourth commandment changed the Sabbath day from Saturday to Sunday. Oh, so much wickedness in the earth. Today we're going to talk about the third commandment. You shall not take the name of Yehovah, thy Elohim, in vain. For Yehovah will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. We read, you shall not take the Lord, thy God, in vain. Yehovah, thy Elohim is what it says. We swear by Yehovah's name. Yehovah, we're going to see today, swears by his own name. And if you swear by his name and you don't do what you say you're going to do, he will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Let me go through some verses so we can get this a little more clearly understood in our minds. Follow me. I'm on the right-hand side of this page right now. It says, you shall not. Oh, this is the first one we're just doing. Here's Leviticus 19. You shall not swear by my name falsely. No, nor shall you profane the name of Yehovah, thy Elohim. I am Yehovah. Yehovah is not going to hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain, who says he's going to do something in Yehovah's name and doesn't do it. Deuteronomy 6:13, you shall fear Yehovah your Elohim and serve him and take oaths in his name. Deuteronomy 10:20, you shall fear Yehovah your Elohim. You shall serve him and to him you shall hold fast and take oaths in his name. You know, it says you, and we think, the majority of the earth thinks that we're the you. But he gave us who the you was when we were setting out to come up to the mountain. It was Israel, those that he brought out of Egypt, those who cut covenant with Yehovah by slaughter at Passover. Those are the men we're talking about. He told those men, don't go near a woman. And for 3 days, you're going to meet with me up at the mountain. There's no ger there. There's no servants there. There's no children there. There are Ezra men, spiritually born men who cut covenants with Yehovah at that Passover. That's the you we're talking about. Not Americans, not Canadians, Israelites, spiritually born men. And I'm not talking about those people in Israel. There's some spiritually born men there. Don't get me wrong. But the majority of those people, they're serving other Elohim, not Yehovah. Let me go to the next verse. Jeremiah 12:16 and 17. And it shall be, if they will learn carefully the ways of my people to swear by my name, as Yehovah lives, as they taught my people to swear by Baal, then they shall be established in the midst of my people. But if they do not obey, I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation. Who do we swear by? We go to the courts. The priests in the black robes. We think they're righteous men. Oh, they'll treat us right if we've done nothing. Please, you're kidding me. They asked you to swear, so help me God. What God are they asking you to swear by? Baal, the Elohim of the earth. Even Yehovah swears by his own name. When Abraham brought Isaac up to the mountains of Moriah, to the mountain that Yehovah specifically chose for him, with a pillar of fire and smoke at the top of it. And Abraham went through the motions to kill his son. I would say slaughter, but if it was slaughter, we would eat the son. No, it's to kill his son, bring him up as an olah, offering a sweet aroma to Yehovah, and he was going to do it. And Yehovah prevented him from doing it. Read what it says. By myself, I have sworn, says Yehovah. For because thou hast done this thing, has not withheld thy son, thy only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, as the sands upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gates of his enemies. And in thy seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Yehovah cannot take what he said here in vain. He's going to do what he said he's going to do. He always does. Here he's reiterating it in Exodus 32. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, to whom you swore by your own self. He swears in his own name and said, I will multiply your descendants, seed as the stars of heaven, and and all the land that I have spoken of, I will give to your seed, and they shall inherit it forever. This is still going to come. Yehovah is coming back. Look what it says in Psalms 50, verse 5. Actually, I want to start at verse 2. Now let's start at verse 1. The mighty one, Elohim, Yehovah, has spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun to the going down. Oh, out of Zion, the perfection and beauty, Elohim will shine forth. You know, he's shining forth in his people. That's why we swear in his name, because we are his life on the earth. Our Elohim shall come. He shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous all around him. He's going to come back in a fire, in smoke, in the heavens. He shall call to the heavens from above and the earth to judge his people. It says that he may judge his people for the good that they have done. He says, gather together my saints. That's what he's saying, my saints, my Kassid, my kind, those spiritually spiritually born men who cut covenant with him by slaughter and obtained glory and honor and immortality. Gather together my saints. Here, I've got it written out here. read it more easily. Gather together my saints who cut covenant with me by slaughter. That's Passover. Slaughter is the thing that we're going to eat, just like we eat the Passover lamb. He's gathering together all those. These are the dead that are being raised up when Yehovah returns. Let the heavens declare his righteousness, for Elohim himself is judge. Hear, O my people, and I will speak. O Israel, I will testify for thee. They put against thee. Oh no, I will testify for thee. I am Elohim, your Elohim. Make Yehovah your Elohim by leaving the kingdom of your birth and joining yourself to him, and then becoming Israel, his Ezra men at Passover by covenant. One more verse. Look at this. This is Ezekiel 37. I'm going to read 10. No, I'm going to read it all the way from the first verse. I think it's too important. And the hand of Yehovah came upon me and brought me out in the spirit of Yehovah and set me down in the midst of the valley. And it was full of bones. And he caused me to pass by them all around. And behold, they were very many in the open valley, and indeed they were very dry. These men have been dead for thousands of years. We have been keeping Passover, a cutting covenant with Yehovah since the beginning of time. It was in the in the antediluvian world, we kept the Passover or something similar to that with a cutting. Again, he said to me, prophesy to these bones and say to them, O dry bones, hear the word of Yehovah. Thus says my master, Yehovah, that's Adonai, Yehovah, to those bones, to these bones, surely I will cause spirit to enter into you, and you shall live. I will put sinews on you and bring flesh upon you, cover you with skins, and put spirit in you, and you shall live. Then you shall know that I am Yehovah. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and suddenly a rattling, and the bones came together, bone to bone. Indeed, as I looked, the sinews and flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them over. But there was no spirit. Is it spirit? But there was no, I want to say spirits. I don't know. I don't see it here. But there was no, let's go back. There was no spirit, but there was no spirit in them. Also, he said to me, prophesy to the breath, to the spirit. Prophesy, son of man, and say to the spirit, thus says my master, Yehovah, come from the four winds and breathe. And let's read it again. Come from the four winds. What are we at? Verse 10. And he said to me, prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, breath, spirit, son of man, and say to the spirit, thus says my master, Yehovah, come from the four winds, and I think this is rightfully breathe, and breathe, and breathe on the slain that they may live. Let me go to Ruach again. That they may live. Verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceedingly great army. This is Israel, as the sands of the sea and the stars of the heaven that Yehovah is going to raise from the dead when he returns to gather together his people. Gather together, my saints, those who cut covenant with me by slaughter. Then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They indeed say, our bones are dry. Our hope is lost. We ourselves are cut off. That's what it looked like in the flesh when they died. However, therefore prophesy and say to them, thus says my master Yehovah, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come out of your graves and bring you up into the land of Israel, into Israel's land. Then you shall know that I am Yehovah. When I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up from your graves, I will put my spirit in you, and you shall live, and I will place you in your own land. Then you shall know that this is him swearing in his own name, then you shall know that I have spoken it and performed it, says Yehovah. We swear in Yehovah's name and do what we're going to say we're going to do because we are his kind, the light of Yehovah on the earth. Well, we're going to stop there. Thank you for joining me. And we'll see you next time when we talk about the Sabbath. Have a great day. Bye now.